Welcome to Soccer We Like It, the Man United direction, the channel for United and football fans, the biggest and best fan channel in United States. We are talking about United's game in the Europa match against for the Battle of Britain. We're talking about United's transfer. We're only a week away from the close of the window, and we're talking about the game ahead of Fulham on Sunday. Joining me today, your one and only, the soul man, Mr. Positive. Welcome to the show, Houston Red Army. How are we, brother? You good?
Going on, Tim? Doing
Ooh,
good. Doing good.
good, good.
I'm
Right.
back.
It was the Battle of Britain, as it was deemed in the press. Scottish and British teams playing against each other. The common theme: Alex Ferguson plays for Rangers in the 60s, and he managed United in the 80s into the millenniums. That was the common connection between the two teams. But they met at Old Trafford. United needed to win against Rangers to get a position whereby they don't need to go into the playoffs. They needed to get 3 points after coming back from on the back of a humiliating defeat at home to Brighton. Here we are at Old Trafford. The stage was set. Few changes, a few tweaks. United were there. Take us through what you thought. Were you impressed? Were they
Um,
good enough? I mean, Rangers weren't great, but
we, the thing about it is, we were better today, but nowhere near where we should be. You know, speaking of Alex Ferguson, I feel bad for the guy considering he came from Rangers as a player, and he's currently sitting in his luxury seats, which is supposed to be a stadium that in the modern era of Manchester United, he built, right?
oh yeah, without a doubt.
And to go from that transition from the Rangers, come to Manchester United and building this, and then having to watch what that team has become compared to the team, like if this was Sir Alex Ferguson's team versus the Rangers, we're talking about night and day here as far as
Yeah,
performance,
yeah, yeah,
as far
yeah.
as
Not
like
even
just
close.
true football, not even close, and it's like it just goes to show how important it is for this team to get back. And we have to be serious about we need serious individuals at this club, right? I feel like we have an individual like that in the managerial position, right? We want to call him a coach, whatever, and we're gonna need to see a lot more coming from on the player side of this team.
Right, right. So they started. United had chances. There were chances there,
Yeah, there were
but it's the
chances. Yeah, there were
lack of
chances.
finishing. It's just. I did like the idea of starting Collier. I liked that idea. I liked that idea. He seems to be a guy who has the determination drive. I mean, he can still develop into a better player.
Still, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. There's definitely a lot of room for improvement, right? One of his situation where he lost the ball in the first half almost led to a goal, right? So he needs to grow up a little bit quicker, right? And understand the game. The game is a lot quicker now, right? A lot of times it
Mm,
just seems like he's getting caught off guard at the speed in which people are getting to him. And just like, so, and sometimes I think maybe because of his youth, he might panic a little bit, just, throwing the leg. But he needs to understand he needs to grow up a lot quicker if he wants to be part of this.
a top
I'm
player.
not gonna, yeah, I'm not gonna say starting lineup. He's still young. I wish our youngsters had the time to be able to grow, but he's gonna have to grow fast
Quicker.
because,
Right.
yeah, quicker because the league will expose him. So
Mm,
all his discrepancies in this game, I hope he's looking at it. I hope he's watching tape. And I hope he's working after practice, extras, because that's what it's going to take, man.
right.
That's what it's going to take. We've had a lot of promising youngsters come through this team and die when they came to this league, when they came to playing amongst men. So
Uh,
if we can answer that call, let's go. Let's
right,
go.
right,
Get him in
right.
there.
So United did play. They started. Garnacho, who has been in the headlines as in Napoli want him, now Chelsea want him. United are holding up for £60 million. Napoli said they'll offer 50 million euros, which is £46 million, which is way from the asking price. And Chelsea have joined the boat. So he was on the stage, microscopically amplified and zoomed into by the media. What can Garnacho do? Old Garnacho came, cutting in, shoot. I thought he worked. What did you think of his performance yesterday,
I
tonight?
think I think he was a spark. He was a huge spark on the left, right? And he always kept the that back line honest, which is exactly what I would expect a player like him to do. If we were playing three up top, or we weren't playing Aaron's system, he would be a winger, peppering the right backs of this, of his opponents. So good on him. Like, even though he didn't score, right? He made an impact, and that's all we asked for. At his age, yeah, the goals will come, right? Because it's not as if he didn't have the opportunity, right? So it's about him just working on his craft again, right? The strategy that was set before you gave you the opportunities to score goals. You did not execute. So that's got nothing to do with the manager. That ain't got nothing to do with your teammates. You may think, okay, maybe you need more opportunities, but understand what the kind of team that you're in, right? This team is a team that does not create a lot of chances, so you have to be very clinical with the ones that you do get.
Exactly.
I hope he's somebody's telling him that, one of the coaching
Do
staff.
you want him to? Do you want him to stay? Or want him to leave? What side of the fence are you? Are you keep Garnacho, sell Garnacho?
At this point, we have to keep Ganacho because, like, we cannot do without somebody doing what Ganacho is doing. We are starved on the left side of the pitch,
There's
and
Rashford.
somebody, no, 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 no. Like, even Ganacho right now is playing smarter football than Rashford. Ganacho is like, if we look at the how Rashford left the team, right? When he stopped playing, right? You think of the last couple of games they had. Ganacho is playing better football than Rashford is. So
Well,
I mean, I
yeah,
don't know
I
what, like,
agree.
I'm
Yeah,
absolutely checked out with Rashford. There's nothing that I feel that he can bring to this team, that helps us.
wow,
Right? You'll get the odd goal here and there, but that's not enough, man, because we don't see enough from him throughout
wow,
the game. I see a
wow.
lot more from Ganacho. It just seems to be, yeah, he's a cocky little shit. I get it, but I see a lot of fight in him, and
Mm.
I don't see fight in Rashford. And for somebody that has been at the club for this long, it is just not right to have to to gift somebody the privilege of playing for this club week in, week out, if they're not putting out on the pitch. So,
Garnacho's on 50 a week. Rashford's on 350.
hey, that's fine. That's fine. You'll never see it again. He will never see that kind of money again. So Rashford has decided, right, as a player,
Mm.
I am not capable of reaching the heights to be able to
So
make
are
this kind
you
of money again.
saying he cannot elevate his game in another club and
I'm
be
not
the
saying,
Thierry Henry of that team or the Ronaldo
wait,
of
are
that
you
team?
fucking no, Tim? Come
It's a
on, man.
question.
No,
People
it's not a
sometimes
question. It's no, no, you
untap.
cannot
There's some
speak.
managers they can
You cannot speak
unlock
those
a
two names in the
potential
same
that's been
sentence.
hidden.
Listen,
Unlock
you
a
cannot.
potential.
There is no more sides of Rashford. We thought it was a Rubik's cube. Nah, it's like a three-sided like triangle or something. Like, it's not. No, it's not. It's not. It's not that complicated. It's not that
Wow.
complicated. Now, don't get me wrong. There are systems and there are leagues in which Rashford can be very useful. I'm not saying that he's not a talented player. I'm not saying he's not going to be able to go somewhere and score goals and just start cooking motherfuckers. Yes. All I'm saying in the Premier League, right? And for this team, considering where we're trying to go, he is no longer useful to us.
Wow, that's deep. That is very deep. So
Yeah.
he didn't play yesterday.
Unless he changes his goalpost.
Casemiro's not there.
That's about not there either.
We've loaned Anthony out to Real Betis. Not We've no obligation to buy, so he's coming right back in summer. Garnacho played yesterday. Played well. Yes, he didn't score, missed chances. Fine. Ugarte missed chances. Harry Maguire missed chances. Bruno
Mm,
missed chances. Then we scored. We scored a beautiful goal from a nice header from Delete. It was disallowed,
yeah.
which that was
Soft.
so. It was just
Soft.
stupid. It was
Bro.
soft. I think that was just
Bro.
ridiculous.
We stole that game from the refs. We stole that game from the refs. Because there was out there really trying to give the Celtics a point.
Exactly.
That was it's crazy.
So we
Crazy.
score. We now finally get a goal when the goalkeeper punched the ball in his own net. We're coasting. We can't finish when you're leading on 1-0. This
Yeah.
United team, in the current state of
You
mental
that
fragility,
that bananas that banana slip is on it. It's like, right? You just don't know when it's gonna land.
they're so
You don't
fragile.
know if
They
it's
really are
you don't know if
frail.
it's high angle, low angle, because sometimes it comes quick,
Mm,
right? I'm making
mm,
doing a lot of artillery terms,
mm,
right? Sometimes, right, depending on how the halves begins,
mm.
right? It could be like, oh my God, we're capitulated. So it could be like a high angle,
Right,
boom, it goes straight up in the sky,
right,
right? And it's gonna take a while before it lands,
right,
right? But you see the fuck ups in the first half,
right.
right? And you know it's not gonna be sustainable, right? And boom, just last 10 minutes of the game, we just started. Oh man, you saw it. You saw it. You saw it. It's like
Then
they were
a
knocking.
long ball comes.
Dude just came in.
Maguire, for
Maguire just
some
completely misjudged it.
reason,
Who had played well that game though? Maguire had been good, right? But I get his those tired legs. Yeah, man, I can't even say tired legs. He came in the second half, didn't he? He didn't play the whole
yeah.
game.
No, he started, so he
No,
came
that's
in.
just a like I
The
said, like
Maguire effect.
it's we have like four players that work for Chiquita, right? Chiquita is their sponsor because they always have a banana split in them. Like, okay, Maguire, Dalot, Setley or Nana is in there, right? Oh my God. And I kind of want to say the last one would be like,
Martinez, but
no, before Martinez, I'll say Casemiro.
oh yeah,
I'll
yeah,
say
Casemiro,
Casemiro.
oh, Casemiro, oh, 100%
Honorable,
Casemiro.
honorable mention, Bruno.
Hmm. Hmm.
Bruno playing
Hmm.
around with the ball in our
Gets
half,
robbed.
not getting rid of it. Yep, gets robbed. And yeah, giving the ball up 1,000 times because of Hollywood passes, right? Keeping us in a constant state of pressure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know,
So
it's just little
Maguire
ones.
misreads the ball.
Yeah.
Ball goes over him. He gets bundled over. The guy just hits his leg
Listen,
out of nowhere. They're in the game.
listen. If we wore all whites, every single one of those Harry Maguire free headers be going in.
Mm-hmm.
If our
Mm,
uniform was all white,
mm.
then yeah, those will start going in. There's something about he just he's getting better chances and he's just missing
Yeah.
spectacularly now. make
Yeah,
it spectacular.
yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Yeah.
His headers are
So
getting worse when they should be getting better. I don't know.
yeah,
So
yeah,
1-1 at that point.
yeah.
Rangers are celebrating. They are happy. They've got a point from Old Trafford. They can at least they can start calculating and planning how they could move higher up in the Europa whole league table.
Yeah.
Then Martinez out of nowhere puts a gem of a pass,
Oh my goodness.
and the rest is history.
We, oh my God, this team. I cannot like I just can't. I can we are addicted to making things harder for ourselves,
Yup,
right?
I
And
think
this was
so.
the game. This was the game. So that thank God we won, right? Because if we
Mm,
did it, it was going to be a tie. We that means we have to play a stronger team for the last game,
mm,
you know? And that puts even more burden on us to have players that are ready. We're trying to get rid of Anthony, right? We're trying to get rid of Ganacho. I'm like, okay, we need to have incoming, right? Because we're losing a lot of depth here,
yeah,
right? Say what you want about Anthony, the guy does a job, right? If we're winning, we're winning a game, right? Not having Anthony on the pitch, right? I'm sure. Please tell me they got somebody coming in that they felt is worth the risk of
mate.
the depth of the
With
team.
with
That
Ineos,
this
I
like
don't know.
it's got to be that left wing back. It's got to
If
be
it
it's
better,
got to
we
be the
need a
left
left
wing
wing
back
back.
position.
We
They
do need it.
they
But
like Aaron has got to feel like, yo, once I get that guy that could just do that job professionally on that side, we're gonna start cooking. If that's the case, hey, it's a gamble. Let's go. Let's do it.
right. So Bruno equalizes. The pass was perfect. It was that kind of
Mm,
pass that it is not too close to the keeper. So the keeper, only a lunatic keeper is going to rush out and cut it out.
yeah.
But it's too far for him to start going there. So he has to see where the ball's going to go. Not like Onana's one against Brighton that was close to him and he fumbled the ball. That was embarrassing. In fact, we said we were asking Houston Red Army, what month were we? Are we in Christmas? Christmas gifts are over. Why are we giving Christmas gifts in January after Onana's clanger? But this cross was absolutely a peach,
I'm
crying
looking
for
at it
a
again.
volley. It was crying for a volley. I said, don't settle the ball down, just brush it in. That was and Bruno delivered, saved the game, and we take 3 points.
Like he only saw Bruno like in a microsecond. Like he
Yeah,
just looked over real quick and he was like, boom, let's go.
and Bruno read the script and followed it 100% and delivered. So we get the 3 points. We move on. Our last game, we need 1 point. As much as we say we need 1 point, these guys will make that 1 point. You know when you know what you're dealing with. These guys will go there and go and fumble and just go there. I don't know. I'm trying to be optimistic. I'm trying to be realistic, but these guys sometimes give you those pessimistic, negative thoughts all the time. You see what I mean? That is why a lot of United fans are a bit confused of the performances and can't say anything. But we won the game. That's all that matters. Now the transfer, we have Garnacho in the news. We have Rashford in the news. We had AC Man who wants Rashford. Now we heard Monaco wants Rashford. One of them needs to make up their mind and take this guy off our books for now and pay half of the wages and let's get this party started because he hasn't. I'm trying to think when was the last game he played. That was last year. I'm trying to think what was the last match I saw Rashford. Did he play against Liverpool at Anfield, the 2-2 draw? He did not play.
I don't think so. No, no, he didn't.
Did he play the
I
Man
don't think
City
he played
win?
any of our resurgent games. I don't think he played
He didn't play that.
against City, Liverpool,
Arsenal.
Arsenal.
He played
No,
in the game we lost 2-0 at the two corner kicks. Didn't he play in that match? Yes. I think considered a free kick, if my memory serves me right. Yeah, he brought someone down towards the corner flag and He considered a corner, that the
Was
second
he that
corner kick.
corner?
Yeah, that was the last time I think I saw him play. I can remember.
Was that the Tottenham game? Was that the
No, Arsenal at Emirates when they beat us 2-0 with the two corner kicks.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Oh, that wow, that's been a minute.
It's been a minute, mate, and I've not
Yeah.
seen him again. And if this is where we are, this is where we are. But going forward, Amrin has said this has been the worst team in Man United's history, which is a bold statement because a lot of people are like, oh, he's only just got there. Why is he dissing the club like that? This is a Mourinho-esque kind of statement.
I think right now,
Hmm.
Amrin has to realize he's got credit in the bank, right? This is not his team, right?
Mm-hmm.
If there was a moment to say something like this, it's now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because
you're very right.
you got to give him to the rest of the season, and regardless of what the hell happens, man. There's
Right,
no fucking way you can sack this guy.
right.
There's no way. This is not his team, right? He wanted to wait till the summer,
They
right?
said now or
They said
never.
now or never, right? So you are the one that put him in this position,
Yeah,
right?
and you now have to
And if
find
he
the tools.
feels that he needs to chew these dudes out, right? That's what he's got to do.
Mm,
That's the way I look at it.
right.
You know,
N- Now the Europa part is to one side. If United win the next game or get a point, United would avoid the playoff saga and will go into February playing one game a week in just the Premier League. No Thursday, Sunday, Thursday to just do.
I I thought we'd already done that
I don't know if this game qualifies us for that.
because
I think
we're
we
like
need
in
one
fourth
point to.
place.
I think we need 1 point to achieve that in the next game.
Okay,
Yeah, from
okay,
what I
and
was understanding.
we're
Some
playing.
team with a funny name, like sounds like
Listen. We have a terrible record with teams with funny names.
yeah,
All
yeah,
right,
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
young boys.
Oh God, the young boys beat us, bro.
Yeah, they beat us.
Now we have on Sunday. We are going to play one of the most tactically organized, composed teams on form, Fulham at Craven Cottage in West London. This United team that got destroyed by Brighton, can they go to Fulham and get a result this Sunday? We managed to beat them 1-0. Xerxes' first goal for the club. And they literally outplayed us that day at Old Trafford. We were outplayed.
Where's the game?
Oh, it's at Fulham
Oh, okay. I think we have a good chance.
because it's
2-1.
away.
Yeah, because it's away.
Hmm.
But not saying that we can't like shit the bed away. We can do it wherever. You're like, where do you want it? Like anytime, anywhere, we'll just be abysmal, capitulate.
Right.
So, but I think after today's game,
Mm,
there's a bit of buzz,
mm,
the
mm.
team is feeling good,
Right.
they understand they just like it's like Ten Hag said. Like a lot of people are saying like, you know, maybe he shouldn't have said something like that. Like we need to score first. Like everybody knows we need to score for everybody knows we have a problem with the first 10 minutes of each half. That's
Oh
why
yeah.
teams come after us because they cannot imagine why we haven't fixed this issue of
Brighton
being
scored in four
asleep.
minutes.
Bro, we have not it's been multiple years, multiple managers. We have not kicked this habit of falling asleep within the first 10 minutes of every half. It is
It's a mess, mate.
our
Absolute
record
mess.
is crazy, crazy. Like we have gotten to the point where when we survive 10 minutes without conceding a goal, I'm like, oh, like I consider that as far as like the team's top 10 score.
Right. Right.
We survived the first 10 minutes of each half. Like I'm doing incremental like wins here. Like our wins are coming incrementally here, but we as long as we're moving forward, I trust the manager. I like what I'm seeing on the pitch. I'm seeing the style, especially defensively.
Right.
So yeah.
So you sound very hopeful against Fulham. Is it because it's away? Because United seem to crumble more at Old Trafford, where they have 76,000 cheering them on, than when they go to the away fans, where they just have like 4,000 fans there cheering them on.
I think we just have to be very defensively astute on the first half because Fulham, they're a very
Oh,
smart team,
oh
very
God,
quick, very
they're quick.
skillful, and they will chop us up, right? So we just defensively, we just need to survive those 10, like I think those 10 minutes that kind of take a little bit of that spirit away from them,
Right,
you know, and maybe like sting them a little bit,
right,
maybe with some counter attacking, just
mm,
so that they'll, give us a little bit of respect,
right,
right? It's unfortunate, but that's who we are, right? Do not concede first, right?
right. Yeah, I mean, you said all the things that we shouldn't do,
Yeah.
but we're knowing this team. They go and do the exact opposite of what we expect them not to do. That's the part that I got to the pub late, and I was thinking because I try sometimes not to listen to the game on the radio before I get to it. I want to get there, like look on the screen, like ah.
Oh, I cannot do that. I'm listening to Talk Sport. I'm listening to, yeah, I have to listen to the game. There's no
So
way.
on this game, I said Brighton. We had just come back from the Southampton game. We had come back from 1-0 to win 3-1, the Ahmad show. And these guys taught us a football lesson, mate. We had one shot on target, which was the penalty from Bruno. One.
Levels to
That's when
this.
that's when he said, "This is the worst team in in Manchester United's history." I mean, that statement it rang alarm bells around the fan base to say, "Wow, did this guy just diss us?" Oh
He
yeah.
didn't diss us. He didn't diss us. Like, show me a Manchester United fan that does not agree with that statement.
I can't find any. And any true United fan will know that this
Okay,
team was
so right
ridiculous. They were
now,
bad. They were very
the
bad
the
on
issue
Sunday.
that people are having is the venue in which he said it, right? He even came back and said, I say the same thing to my players, I just say it differently, right? Obviously, 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 being a manager at Manchester United today, on that day, it took a toll, right? And he wasn't his right mind. And like we have been there before, where
Hmm.
Manchester United is like broken us. Like
Oh
we
yeah.
can't even talk. We're doing the post game reaction, and we're just like in shock. And I think that's what it
Mm,
was. He
yeah.
was like in shock. Like, what is this? Like, this is the Manchester United I have to resurrect?
Hmm.
Yo,
Hmm. I
he's
think
he's
reality
thinking, man,
hit
I
him.
should have negotiated for at least 10 more million, you know?
So as we go to Craven Cottage on Sunday to play Fulham, do you have any quick predictions, please?
Man, I feel like they're just damn. Oh man, I don't want to be too optimistic. This is the
You
same
said we
team,
always do
man.
well away.
Yeah, we
Oh.
do better away. We don't always do well away, but
I
we
see your
just
I see your changing slightly.
yeah, it's snap back to reality. Oh, I mean, it's just we I don't, now 3-1. Let me be optimist.
Come again?
3-1.
What do you say?
3-1 United. 3-1 United.
Okay.
3-1 United.
You heard it from Joe.
I
Soul
just
Man, the
but
positive man. He said United are going to win 3-1 at Fulham. We're going to hold you accountable on Sunday. 3 points we'll take. 3-1, but we'll take the 3 points. I
yeah,
say
we'll take the three
draw.
points.
I say draw.
It's probably gonna be a
I'm
draw,
going to
but
leave it there. Going to be a
I
draw.
would like to be a 3-1. I would love for
That
I
would
would
be
love to see that.
nice. That would be
Really nice.
fantastic. That would be like Alice in Wonderland. But this is not this team. But
I just kind of feel like our strikers are due for goals, man. We need goals from
okay,
Holland. We need goals from Xerxes.
okay.
You
Ah,
know,
hey,
like Ahmad was
I
stalled.
want to sprinkle
Uh
some gold dust, as in goals,
like
goals, goals, goals.
I just feel like some of our players are due for some goals,
Right.
right? Ganacho needs a goal,
Yeah.
you know.
Ahmad and
So
Bruno have been carrying the team for the last couple of games,
yeah,
though.
yeah.
They need some
Shout
they
out
need some help.
shout out to Bruno. He's been coming through.
Right?
You know how
We have
critical I am of him.
we have come to the end of the show where we talked about Europa, we talked transfer, we talked the game on Sunday with the special one, Joe, positive man, the soul man. He has said 3-1 to United. I'm saying a draw. Brother, I will see you on Sunday. Guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, keep supporting our channel. Follow us on all the social media platforms. And we shall see you on Sunday after the game when we have that international podcast on Sunday. So check out, follow us, and don't forget to subscribe. Joe, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for joining us on short notice tonight. Glory, glory.
Blazers out, Man United.
Take care. See you, brother. You take care of yourself.
Cheers, man.